Hello, my name is Kevin Lenius. I'm studying for the Diocese of San Angelo. I first began to hear a call to the priesthood when I was really young. I remember playing Mass and my parents telling me that I would talk about the priesthood when I'd come home from church and everything. But then I kind of forgot about it. I really didn't do much thinking about it when I was going through elementary school, middle school. It wasn't until I began 8th grade and I was going to religious education at my home parish that I had a catechist who was just really on fire for her faith. And she really explained to me what the Eucharist was, and it just blew me away that this is really God who is making himself so present to us. And so I was just starting to fall in love with who God was. I was learning about him in the classroom, and I just started to see the beauty of the Catholic faith and the beauty of that somebody out there is loving me and pursuing me. So I started learning more about the saints and the sacraments, and I had a friend at church who actually introduced me to the Adoration Chapel. And I was just going into high school, and lo and behold, it was like 2 blocks from my house, and I never knew it was there. And so, especially as I, 16, I started to get a car. I was able to go to daily Mass on some days, and just started going to Adoration more, just because there was just this pull. It was like, wow, there's somebody there. It's Jesus, really there. And so I just began to pray more. And as I spent that time in the silence with God, I began to hear this tug at my heart, just to be my priest, to love him and his people. There was just this base call that just resonated within me. After I began to go to the Adoration Chapel more often, I began to be more involved in my home parish, especially with my youth group, and really experienced Christ there in a Christian community, meeting him within other people, and just loving the great experiences. We had mission trips, we had youth nights, everything like that. It was beautiful. I was becoming involved to the point I was on the leadership team and I was helping to lead retreats. So all these people in my youth group and just at Mass in my home parish just kept telling me, Kevin, you should think about priesthood. And I was like, everybody, it seemed like it was coming up in prayer. People were telling me about it, to the point where it was kind of annoying. It actually kind of hit me. I was like, okay, I have to do something about this. So it was about my sophomore year of high school, going into my junior year, where I kind of made the decision to just contact the vocation director. So I shot him an email and I got to meet with him. He was extremely helpful, sat down with me at my kitchen table and was able to just explain to me what seminary would be like, what it means, the difference between diocesan and religious life, what the life of a priest is like. Extremely helpful, and he invited me to go on a discernment retreat at a seminary, at Conception Seminary College in Missouri, where I did my college. And I went to go visit for a weekend and had a beautiful time. It was so helpful to see what seminary was like, what seminarians were like, that they're normal people who can have fun, and but they love Jesus. And I actually was able, my senior year of high school, I was getting close. I was like, I think God is calling me to seminary. And I was invited to go back to Conception for another discernment retreat. And I went for the second time, and that's when I felt the Lord really say, this is where I want you to be. Come learn about me, learn about yourself, come experience me. So it's been a beautiful journey, and I've loved it.